Go live. Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. Emphasis on the .net because we're not a .com. And we have one question per person per lease. We have super chat enabled. And please, if you donate, can you put the question with the super chat? Otherwise, we lose you because we have a lot of people going and asking questions. And I'm up and going, and doesn't seem like there's anything happening.
Nope.
That's okay with me. Usually we have a plethora of things happening right off the bat.
So let me do some sharing.
That's weird.
Yep.
Okay, so let me think of something to talk about while we do this.
Ramble.
And so, being a psychic, how about that? That's a good question. What is a psychic? Well, everybody in the world is psychic. Everybody gets these flashes of feelings or intuitions. Everybody gets a knowing every once in a while. And a psychic is somebody who's either got a lot of it naturally or has worked really hard to get it. I've been doing this since I was 19. I started out palm reading, actually. Mostly because I was 19 and I liked to go to parties, and I thought, wow, isn't that a cool way to meet guys? Guess what? I read their palms. I never went out with one of them. But from there, I kept on going, and at 25, I met... Hi, Elantra. Hi, Elantra. And at 25, I met a spiritual teacher, and he taught me a great deal about energy and how to use it. He taught me what spirituality was, and he taught me about how the world was going to come to an end. And back in the 70s, the world was coming to an end, but we changed our mind. The whole world changed its mind and decided that we would elevate and body rather than having hurricanes and lightning and earthquakes and exploding mountains and things like that. So because of that, we are alive today. We changed our mind, and I think it was a really good route to go. I gotta say, I much prefer it over the other ways. And in between 25 and now, I have done a lot of studying and researching and studying. I study my craft a great deal, and I help other people who want to learn how to develop their crafts and things like that. And is there any questions? I'll keep on rambling. Okay, let's go.
I was going to ask you, should I interrupt you or not?
Yes, interrupt.
Interruption.
I just have to show you this. This is our latest creation. See that? It's orgonite, and we have a dragonfly in there that we stuck in just because it looks cool. And I love the colors. You can't see it there the way I can see it, but it still looks pretty bright. Anyhow, I'm ready for the first question.
All right. So Elantra Cook says, does Mercury miss me? Thank you. Also, I'm always the first.
That's nice. I think he does, actually. He's sitting there and he's stamping his feet going, he's frustrated anyhow. I mean, I see how they're feeling in the energy. I don't see how they would actually act in the physical. I'm sure he's not stamping his feet like a 5-year-old, but yeah, he's a little frustrated and he does miss you. Okay.
You ready for the next?
Yeah.
All right. Tattoo Taurus Tarot says, hi, Eliz-sha. How does the person I like feel about me?
That's a loaded question because you actually kind of like more than one person. Could you maybe let me see if I can figure it out. I know that one person isn't as strong in your in the like, but you kind of like them anyhow. Well, he appears to be very shy. It's like he's mulling it over, but he is sort of leaning towards like at the moment. It does help if you can at least give me an initial or a first name or something like that, or even a name that you think of him as, so that I can reach out and find him in the energies. Okay. The other guy thinks you're really cute, but he hasn't gone that far yet towards like. Okay.
Lily Guild says, hey.
I love that name.
Kesha W says, hello.
Hi, Kesha.
Mysterious Moon says, will Cameron, a person, and I eventually have a long-term marriage and have kids? By the way, thank you, Eliz-sha. You are amazing.
Thank you. What was his name?
Cameron Apperson.
I just need the first name. He's a very serious-minded person. And if he's interested in you, it's for a very serious reason. He's not given to be interested in somebody unless he's serious about it. And for him, serious means forever. Make sure that's the right guy for you. I can see you in the future. I can see you with a bunch of kids trying to get them all into a vehicle, and they're full of life and happy and full of mischiefy. So there is what you're looking for in the future. And the probability is it's Cameron, because I can see somebody sitting in the front seat of that vehicle going, they're not in their seat yet. Good luck.
So shameless plug real quick. Elliot Garcia is asking about the organite. So do you want to spiel that real quick?
Well, I would. It was written but it was made, the organite is just energy basically that's put into well, in this case resin, via copper and crystals or sand, and it creates its own energy. So when you have this, you can feel the energy pulsing off of it. And when you need it, you can put your hand on it and just pull the energy in. If you're really good, you just tap into the energy with your mind and pull it up. It's plus it makes a really great paperweight. It is just on hand energy that that works really well. We actually, if you've got 5 minutes, I have somewhere over here in my, and they're not even finished. They're not even begun to be finished. I also make wands. We make wands. I never do anything on my own, and these ones, they cost a little bit more, of course, because they're a lot of work, but they come. This is also an organite, and it also creates energy. It has runes on it for protection as well. You see that's an amethyst, and this one is what was the top one?
That is a kyanite.
Kyanite, plus a few other stones in there just to make it a little more interesting and exciting. Organite was Wilhelm Reich. He was a contemporary of Freud's. Actually, probably he was the next generation after Freud. You can look up Wilhelm Reich and organite energy from there if you're interested in a bit more. There's a lot of it all over, but we make it because, well, it's pretty and we have fun doing it. Right. Plug, and we wisdomseekers.net, and if you can't get it from there, which we haven't put it up on our website, Eliz-sha Keating Messenger
on Facebook. And moving on to our questions. Thank you. Maurice Evans Jones with a $4 super chat asks, I'm looking for a higher paying job. Do you see when?
I can tell you right off the bat, I think it's coming soon because you're really excited in the energies, very excited. Um, Generally, a lot of hiring and things like that doesn't happen before September, but I think you'll be going on interviews before that, of course. In fact, I think if you've been on an interview, the potential for you being hired for that particular one of those particular jobs is like 80%, and that's really, really high. So, and plus the fact you are really determined, you have put it in the energies that you want this now. Because of that, the potential for you getting this is really positive, really, really high. If it's not that, it's some other job and it's soon. And just to throw this in, whomever hires you will be delighted with your work ethic. There you go.
Excuse me. Our next question comes from Lily Gill. She asks, how is Hendrix feeling about me right now? He might be getting out of jail soon.
Hendrix. I believe you're right about getting out of jail soon because he is excited about the potential. It's something to do with one of the holidays. He'll get out after a holiday, and I'm not sure which holiday it is. And what he told me is he plans on looking you up as soon as he is out. So he has strong feelings for you at this moment. In a positive way. And in the energies, he doesn't feel like a bad human being. He feels actually quite nice. He's a little bit afraid. You might have to support him in the transition because it won't be easy for him. All right. Good luck.
Debbie says, hello, Eliz-sha. Kesha W asks, I would like to know what's blocking the connection with me and Patrick. Thank you.
I don't think there is a block. I think it's a stop, not a block. Patrick simply is not quite ready. He feels a little bit afraid. He's not willing to make a commitment yet. Why? I'm not 100% sure. He just doesn't feel like he feels he doesn't feel that he's emotionally ready for something long term. And what he says is he has too much respect for you to just go in and treat you like any person. He wants it to be, if he's going to be with you, he wants it to be a relationship that's worthwhile, which means he has a great deal of respect for you, and that's extreme positive. Okay.
Angela Patterson asks,
Hi, Angie.
I was just wondering if Gerald is trustworthy and genuine, or if he just sees me as an opportunity. He wants to move here and see me, but I'm not sure about it.
Well, first of all, follow your own intuition. Your own intuition is going to be the most valid one. It's going to be the one that is right. And partly he's just curious. He's curious whether or not he hasn't fully committed to you at this point. It's not that he's not intending to commit. He just hasn't fully committed. And right now it's more of a lark or more fun than it is serious. He hasn't realized that it could be a life-changing situation for him. Does that mean I would suggest that you boot him to the curb? Actually, no. I think I would take it. Follow your intuition first. If you're not sure, don't do it. But I think the potential is there for him to go, oh yeah, this is real, and be okay with it. Okay.
Crystal T asks, "What do you see happening with my business? Having some minor issues getting started."
Well, I understand that completely. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of willpower, a lot of time. We actually, on my Wisdom Seekers Facebook page, we actually did a conversation about that last month in June with Kristen Louise. And the thing is just to keep plugging at it. It doesn't happen overnight. And it's a 9 to 5 job. It's not a 9 to 5 job, but it's a 12-hour a day job. And it could be that your 12 hours will be at midnight. Hang on, let me see how your job's going. I see that you're a little bit frantic, and I expect you were expecting it to take off a little faster. You've thought it through. You've actually got really good strong grounding. Now it takes is just for people to get to know you, and once they get to know you, they have to learn to trust you, and you become that name that springs to mind when it's needed, when what you're offering is selling. If you've got the time, be patient. You may want to take a small job on the side just to tide you over, get you going. But you're pretty secure that you're really good at what you do. So just be patient. On an average, it takes 3 years. Good luck.
Where am I? Angel Alums asks, "Will I find love this year?"
You're pretty determined. I think you are going to. At least that's what you said to me. You says you're darn right, so I'm going to find it. It's not necessarily going to happen too quickly. You might have some time. You might have fun first. Please enjoy each person. But the real McCoy will come along probably in the fall, when people are becoming a little more serious again. But summertime is for flights of fancy, and just do that. All right.
We have another $4 super chat from Maurice. He asks, "I've been told I would hit the lottery. Do you see that happening anytime soon?"
I think you're going to find a job first and put your efforts into it. A lottery feels at this point a bit nebulous. So it's not soon. So if you're interested in the lottery, keep putting out the energy that you are going to win, and be sure of the fact. And it may take a while because there's it's like you're getting chances of being hit by electric thunderstorm, electricity, lightning. Thank you.
Welcome.
Is probably a little higher than the chances of winning a lottery, though somebody has to win it. So the chances of you winning it is not there. It's just not soon. All right. And I wish I could say, yes, this week I plan on winning one tonight. And I plan on winning one every Tuesday night.
And Wednesday.
And Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. But I keep on keeping on because it would be kind of nice to win. Good luck there, Maurice.
Ana Luisa Fernandez asks, what is blocking the apartment my mother left to me and my siblings from being rented? It's been empty for some months now. It is located in Mexico City. I'd rather sell it if possible. Thank you.
I think it needs to be cleared out. Is basically what I'm getting. I think your mother's a lot of your mother's energy and some of her old friends that have passed away spent a great deal of time there, and they still spend a great deal of time there. So if you want to rent it out, you probably have to clear the energy out. It's not bad energy, but people can feel it. They feel that they're not alone when they're there, and they hear these women chatting in the background and maybe just below their hearing, but they can feel it. I lived in a house once in Monterrey, Mexico, actually, and we'd all be in bed, and I'd hear this party going on in the living room, and I got up 2 or 3 times to check because it was a very loud party. I get there and it was absolutely still. It didn't bother me because, well, I grew up. I knew about ghosts and stuff. Didn't bother me. But the house, yeah, if you're not used to it, that subliminal partying going on, and it's not like your mother was a heavy duty partier. It's just she liked to talk a lot. So that is, I think, what's preventing you from renting it. And it would also prevent it from being sold. You probably better, if you can get it cleared out, then you can do that. And you don't have to be there. You can clear it out from here. Any person who does any kind of energy can clear it for you. A medium, and I have an awesome medium on my website. Erin could do it for you. I could do it for you. A few other people on my website can do it for you, and it's like a 15, 20, maybe half-hour job. But if you've got friends who are energy workers, Reiki, whatever, get them to do it for you. Your mom's and her cronies, they spent a lot of time there. I don't know what they were like when they were alive, but when they're not alive, but on the other side, they chat up a storm. Good luck.
Our next question comes from Nicole Hamo. She asks, "Hi, would Jason Hira hi ra?"
And so I just need Jane.
Okay. And I make contact with each other sometime this year or the beginning of next year. Thank you.
I do believe that is his strong intention. Yes, he does seem to be looking for something very solid. At this point in time, he is not. He's not playing games with you at this point in time. Yeah, no, he is very serious about moving forward. Yeah, he intends to. He doesn't say he will. At this point in time, it's almost like he has things to clear up before he can move, before he can make that forward motion. But just know that at this point in his life, he is being honorable. Okay.
Elliot Garcia asks, "Have you ever had a crystal pick you?"
So I think you're asking a different question than that. Let me see what I can find out for you. Now, I play with crystals constantly, all kinds of them, and I make things constantly with them. So I wouldn't pay attention if I got pricked, to be honest, because I'm always playing and making something with them. See, this is an arrowhead, believe it or not. It's not done. It's not finished. But yeah, so I think what you're asking is something completely different. So let me see if I can answer what you're asking. I don't think it was a negative. I think it was done with benign energy. It just feels like he wanted to make sure, the crystal wanted to make sure that you were well aware of it and that you two can work well together if you choose to. If it's sharp and everything, though, you can polish the edges down a little bit. So as you see, I have a zillion of them around. But you can make the crystals a little less rough, and it doesn't need to. See, I work with raw stones a lot, but it doesn't need to continue to be rough that way. But it just feels like it wanted to make sure that the two of you were connected. If you felt something else about that, I can't pick it up. I do think, though, that you could make it into a talisman for yourself. Nobody else. Okay.
Sorry. Sunshine asks, "Can I know, will I be moving with Jay this late July, August to GA? Thank you."
he really wants you to. And that's basically all what he's saying. He really wants you to come with him, or Jay, with Jay. Um, there seems to be small roadblocks. So it might be that you're just going to have to work through the roadblocks to get for it to work for you. Jay would like to know that you can. It doesn't feel that he has enough money to pay for everything, so he would like to know that you would be able to find a job and things like that. But he does appear to want you to go. So the fact is, it hasn't been decided 100% because of the minor roadblocks. I wish I could say yes or no, but it's still slightly up in the air. Jay would be very excited if you went. With the two of you went together. Okay.
Kia with a $1.99 super chat asks, "Does Malcolm love me?"
He doesn't know yet. I mean, it's certainly crossed his mind that he's getting to that place where you are a very important person in his life. But he doesn't 100% know yet. It's not that he's not interested, because he really is interested. But he's also a little bit scared to make that commitment. I think he's tried to make that commitment once in the past and got shot down. I do not feel, I repeat, do not feel it is time to back off. Now is the time not to move forward, not to push, just to be there for him. And also make it easy for him. Not go out of your way and phone him all the time. That is not making it easy for him. That's scaring him off. Just when he messages you or phones you, you answer, and you're happy to hear from him. And you allow him to know you're happy to hear from him. Don't let him know you're over the moon, because he does. Nobody wants it too easy. They want to know that what they're getting is worth the effort. So just make it sort of in between easy. And yes, you've got to work just a bit for me, because I'm worth it, honey. Okay. And at this point in time, the indicators are he wants to. I would love to say yes or no, but I can't. I apologize. Okay.
Debbie asks, excuse me. Debbie asks, "How is Colette's physical health? It concerns me. Is there a way I can help her by just sending positive thoughts and love and support, so she does more to help herself get healthy when you don't talk?"
Yes, you can do that. That is absolutely one of the best ways in the world to help people, is by sending positive energies. Prayer chains, if you believe in prayers. I know energy sent is extremely powerful. Mostly because A, I send energy, B, because I have received it. And when I received it, I had a new knee replacement, And according to everything I heard, my knee replacement was super easy. Um, she has Colette. I think that was the name, Colette.
Yeah.
Has to. She doesn't have faith in herself. She doesn't believe that. She doesn't have the belief that she's valuable, which makes it very, very hard for her and everybody who loves her. I don't see her leaving this world. I do feel, though, that she may hit rock bottom before she actually starts to rise up. I do believe, though, if it's any consolation, she's eating her greens.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Champagne C asks, does Spirit have confirmation for me if I'm ready to pursue my tarot reading path? Thank you so much.
You're good. That's what all they're telling me is that you're good. Practice, lots of practice. Like I say, I practice every day. I work out. I work my. I work. I try. I. I do things every day. I've been doing this since I was 19. It's like 40 odd 8 years ago that I've been doing this. So it's not a once I'm ready to do it and that's it. It's I'm ready to do it, then it's ready to do it and ready. You keep on improving and getting better. I just recently learned. I recently developed a new skill. In fact, at my age, so it's not just are you ready. It's are you ready and are you willing to work at it. If you're trying to do it professionally, you keep on doing both, charging for it, because every energy should be exchanged. There should be some kind of energy exchange, even if it's just that somebody gives you a head of lettuce in exchange for a reading. Keep on practicing, and keep on and put out your card. Get cards. Get cards. Be professional. And do a Facebook group or a Facebook page. It's a lot of work starting out and doing things like that. I would recommend you find a site that does readings and get a lot of practice in, because it's never a stop. You never just stop, get there, and you just keep on doing it. You keep on working, and you keep on getting better. But Spirit says you're good. And you wouldn't have asked me if you didn't know you were already good. I know that. And that's good. Congratulations. You're
taking a step.
Yeah, take that next step.
Tari Avalos asks, hello. How is Arthur feeling about me?
I think the guy is upside down and roundabout and standing on his head. He's not quite sure how to deal with you. I think you've got him coming and going. At this point, he hasn't settled down to thinking things through yet. But obviously, you've got him in a twist. And that's about all I can say at this moment. You've got him twisted and turned upside down. if you're very interested in him, I'm not sure exactly how to say this. If you're very interested in him, uh, be gentle for a little bit. Don't be easy. Never be easy. Nobody that of male persuasion wants easy. But maybe let him see who you truly are. I kind of like that he's in a twist, though, myself.
Alicia P98 asks, "Hi, will Justin and I get back together in a relationship?"
At this point in time, he is not anywhere near ready for a relationship. I mean, he's still smarting just a bit from the last time. That doesn't mean in the future he won't settle down and be more open to it, but give him time. I'm not sure with time will help, but at this point, time is the only answer I can give you. He really, really cares for you, and I'm not sure what happened, but and I'm not sure he's exactly sure what happened either. He just knows that he feels hurt. Whether he has the right to feel hurt or not is totally irrelevant. It's just how he feels. Okay.
Gabriela Almamia asks, "I
Hi,
had
Gabby.
a car accident, or an accident, sorry, added the car. Can you tell me if someone had anything to do with it, or was it provoked?"
I think you might have been actually. If you can surround yourself with white light, take it from the center of your being, push out to the edge of your aura, put a shell around. It was not meant to hurt. It was just a frustration. A frustration energy more than an intent to be nasty. But just protect yourself for the time being. Black.
Obsidian?
Black obsidian would probably be a really good buy for you right now. And it doesn't have to be shaped like anything, but obsidian's really good. Any of the black stones are really good. Garnet, and this is garnet. It's just raw garnet, so it doesn't have the bright red to it. If you could see it in person, it is actually quite a beautiful stone. It doesn't look like it looks more. It's much prettier than it is over the camera. A garnet will work really well. You can even get this is rainbow hematite, but it's basically a black stone with rainbow colorings put on it. Anything that's black will be a really good protection. Also, sage your energy. This is actually lavender, but it works beautifully. Just clear your energy out and consciously clear your energy out. Just like I say, put a white light in the center, push it out to the edge. That will clear up anything that's causing, because it wasn't done with a great deal of intent. It was just hurt feelings. Okay.
June Benson asks, "Will I get a promotion and raise soon?"
Your bosses are thinking about it seriously, and they know that you deserve it. It's not that you're not a good worker, it's that they're just a bit, If they give it to you, do they have to give it to everybody? And this and that. And they're, well, if you're Spanish, the word would be they're a little bit codo, a little bit cheap, but they're seriously thinking about it. So it's very possible you'll get, all right. The energy is there. Okay.
Ruth Graham asks, I'm very good at my job and I am a hard worker, but every time I turn up at work, it feels like all my colleagues are talking about me, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. Am I imagining this?
I really would love to say you are, but it doesn't appear that you are. For some of it, it's just a bit of jealousy. Some of them, it's they actually admire you. I think if you can ignore it, it's not going to develop into anything. It's not going to develop into anything. The boss has noticed and is not very pleased with that. There's a disgruntlement about the boss, is what I can say. And I know the boss doesn't want to lose you as a worker. So I think if you can just ignore it, and if you're on here, you're an empath. More than likely, you're an empath, and it's really hard to ignore things like that because you feel everything. But if you can do what I suggested, shield yourself when you walk in, hold your head up high, and don't care what other people think about you. What other people think about you is none of your business. It's and it's probably fueled by one person who has jealousy problems. They want to be what you are. They want to be. They're not as good at what you do. They want to be better, but they don't want to put the effort in. So just be patient, and it should. And don't raise to the bait. With you, it's raising to the bait that fuels it. If you cannot raise to the bait, then it will be much better for you. And I know that's difficult, but it is doable because you're better than that. You are very capable of. You're extremely capable, and so anyhow, just don't raise to the bait, because that will not be to your benefit. But I'm going around in circles. I apologize. Just don't raise to the bait, because you're better than that, and it will go away if you don't.
Are you done?
I just think there was something about her, wherever you have lunch or coffee break or whatever, just be careful not to go into a place like that alone for the next foreseeable short future.
Okay. Also, Gabriela Alma Mia, we do not at this point in time have obsidian on hand other than arrowheads. If you want a full stone obsidian, that's not an arrowhead, go to hebeldesigns.com. That everything there is handmade, and
It's beautiful work.
And it's in California. It's a Californian based business, handmade. The lady is wonderful,
trustworthy,
and you have a plethora of stones that you can pick from. So go look there.
If not, just go to your local store and buy a piece of obsidian. It doesn't have to be an arrowhead. It doesn't have to be a design. It can just be a chunk of rock.
All right. Harnik Singh asks, I'm an intuitive person and I meditate. Would it be easy doing readings for the first time?
I wouldn't recommend you start on YouTube, but you have to start somewhere. And if you can do it face to face, it's probably easier to begin with. If you've not done it before, then practice. Everybody, not everybody. There's some people are going to run away, but a lot of people go, you do readings? And they will ask you, and they will enjoy having readings. And pay attention to how you feel when you do the readings. What energy did you have when it was right? And generally, if you're 65% right on an average, that's extremely high. I do believe that level's going up as the energies shift and change. But to begin with, just practice and get feedback. And is it easy? I've been doing it so long, I can't really answer that question anymore because it is, I just do it. And for me, it's not hard because I've just learned how to do it quickly and easily. 48, 49 years of doing readings, it's a long time. But if you're called to do it, then go out and practice.
What was the arrowhead that you held out? Was that our obsidian arrowheads?
Yeah.
Okay, because someone, and I always get her name wrong, and she always tells me her name. One of the ladies that we get from South Africa, Nifa. Yeah, and can't do it anymore.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah, Nifa.
She's got that beautiful name, yeah.
Yeah, that gorgeous name. She says she loves the arrowhead. It's beautiful, and she also loves your readings. And she thinks I'm funny for being unable to say her name properly.
You should live with her. She's hilarious.
I mean, I have my moments. Anyhow.
Yeah, she does have her moments. Thank you.
So, let's see. Okay. Mimi asks, if I apply to Bliss Spa, will they hire me for the front desk position and then transfer me over as an esthetician after I get my license, or will they fire me if I do it that way? Or would Andrea rehire me if I called and asked her?
Well, let's see. So Bliss and Andrea, right?
Yeah.
So, and she's getting her esthetician's license.
Yeah.
So the energy of Bliss is a little bit hoity-toity. Um, you present well. The chances are that they would hire you. And if you did well up front, the chances are they would continue to hire. They would be more than happy to have you transfer to work for them in not the front in the other areas. Your Andrea would probably hire you back and be a little grumbly about it. So my question to you is, would you be happy at Bliss? Because they don't seem to be blissful. So, and I'm going to add a question. I'm going to add a bit of my own on there. As an esthetician, you're going to be extremely good. You don't have to be stopped at either of those two places. You can go forward and probably work anywhere you want to in the future after you've developed a name. Okay? So whatever the future holds for you, you're going to be able to do. You're fine. All right? When it comes to working, I mean. All right? Did we get lost?
A little bit. Nifa says she wanted to let you know that you were right. She got that new job.
Okay, great.
She was there for a week. Then her old boss of 13 years called her up and asked her to come back. So she went back there.
Oh, congratulations.
And as soon as she's able, she would like to get a personal reading from you.
I would love to read for you.
She has not forgot about that.
I would love to read for you.
Okay. Back to searching the questions. Thank yous. Brahma Mind Michelle says, thanks for being here and doing this, you wise woman. Namaste.
Namaste.
Julie Hodges asks, I've been thinking of getting the hermit card as part of a tattoo. Is that a bad idea, or is it harmless, or is it a different card better? Well,
in my deck, the hermit card here, if I can find it quickly, I will show you. In my deck, the hermit is a woman who's floating over the rocks. She's done the hermit thing and is now a way shower. So if you are a way shower, that is the perfect card. It's the perfect one for you. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the hermit at all. I kind of like the hermit because the hermit, like I say, is the way shower. The magician actually wouldn't suit you. Justice card, my justice card would suit you. But the hermit card, my hermit card is, as I say, a woman walking over who is a way shower, who is a light bearer. And so is the justice card, is a light bearer. I call it my light worker card, actually. So there's no negatives that I can feel for it, especially if you are drawn to the hermit. I would just make sure you get a really good tattoo artist, because with with somebody who hasn't got that spirituality behind them, they're not going to be as good they're not going to be able to render it as well. Also for you, the healer card would be a good choice as well. You've got a plethora of choices if you choose, but your choice is good. And I like it. I like tattoos. I have one. It's a dragon. It's you can't see it because I made it so I could see it. But yeah, all my kids have not dragons. All my kids have tattoos too. I kind of like I like art on body art.
It's gorgeous. Tracy, and I'm gonna butcher this last name.
All I need is the first one, as long as she knows who she is.
All right, Tracy. My husband accepted a job requiring us to move, and he is doing so well. Should I give up my current job and follow him?
It would mean the whole world to him if you did followed him. It would be easier for everybody involved if you were together, because the two of you together are actually get along, are better than you are separate. Your kids may not appreciate it, but they would do well in another area as well. It might actually span some horizons. It depends how old the children are, that because there's certain ages you just don't want to move them. Your family would not be thrilled with you leaving. In fact, they probably be really less than thrilled. Yourself, I think you do really well. If you, I see you actually enjoying something new, and the potential of you finding a job that you love is really high. So depending on how old your children are, if they're that preteens, you're probably safe. With their teenagers, not so easy. Your family not going to be happy. You on the other hand will do well, and it might bring new life to your marriage. At this point, things change, but at this point it would make your marriage more worthwhile than it has in the past. How long this will last, I can't tell you. And I say past, I mean recent past, where things might have got a little stale for a bit. But listen to your heart. Always listen to your heart. It's the most important organ, and when it's communicating. And good luck.
And unless somebody makes me a liar, our last question comes from Courtney Milan, who asks, do you see me attending law school within 2 years max?
I hope so. You have the determination, you have the ability.
Oh.
I think because you have that intense desire, and that and the strength of will, if you have to apply to places and to schools to get in, they will see that you're strongly determined and you would be a really good fit for a law. And I see you going to a law school or going to a school, pardon me. I'm assuming it's a law school and just being extremely, extremely happy about the situation. Okay?
Oh, and I made myself into a liar. I skipped Lakshmi.
Oh, poor Lakshmi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was not intentional.
Yeah, these things move so fast.
She asks, "Hello, wise lady. I finally caught you. What do you see for me next week at work?"
I'm just going to use the cards for you, Aparna. Aparna and I go back years now. I met her when she was living in California, actually. Okay, so this is what I got for you, Aparna. I got the world card, the spiritual world card. So things, new ideas, bright ideas are coming into you. Keep on doing what you're doing. There's if you get out of balance, you know that part. But this card basically is telling you to keep on moving forward the way you have been behaving. And the outcome card is cloud 9, being on cloud 9, which is also the wish card. So make a wish, Aparna. And I'm gonna ask one more question for you. So what I asked was, and I just pulled one card for it. Well, I pulled two. It's the Ace of Pentacles, and I asked if there's a man coming into your life. The Ace of Pentacles is a card of abundance and positivity. And then you got the High Priestess. Don't overthink it. Go with your heart. Don't overthink it. So there will be a choice for you to make, and it does seem that work is going to go quite well for you. And again, don't overthink it. And okay. Is there any others?
The two popped up. One is asking if there's time. She has a very important question she'd like answered.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is more coming up. So Sharon B asks, I posted something. I posted a picture of a baby on Instagram. Does my immediate family believe that it's my baby?
Some of them do, definitely. You have a few of them riled up like somebody stepped in an ant farm. One or two of them are sitting back going, let me wait. Let's just wait and see. I think your grandmother, if your grandmother's around, an older lady, she seems to know you really well. So she's just going, let's just wait and see. But there does seem to be a bit of an ant farm activity going on. It's quite, I don't know how to say this politely, but it's kind of funny. Good luck with that. whatever you're choosing to do, good luck with that. Because my sense is that you've got a really, really good sense of humor. Or else you really enjoy what's happening because you feel that your family deserves it. And most families do deserve it.
She says, I knew it. So last three questions, sorry, and then we'll call it a night.
Sure.
So Champagne C asks, my question is a really serious one. Did my friend get murdered, or was her death due to a car accident? Please and thank you. Ooh, that's a loaded one.
That's a big one. A car accident. Oh, what's the lady's name again? Serious.
Champagne.
Champagne. Oh, okay. Can you message me, please, rather than say this over open forum? And it's Eliz-sha Keating, Eliz-sha Keating on Messenger. Facebook Messenger, yeah.
Like we said, it's a loaded question.
Yeah, it's very loaded.
She says she will.
Thanks.
And our last question comes from Eyes Like Stars. And she asks, or they ask, what will be the possible outcome if I reconcile with my ex-boyfriend?
I recommend you don't. I recommend you go to something new. But first of all, find out why you were attracted to him in the first place. What is in you that is attracted to that type of person? And once you've got that cleared up, if you are still interested in that particular person, then you can move forward and deal with it. But if you go back wondering without knowing why you were attracted to that energy, it's going to turn out exactly the same. And I think you're worth more than that. But find out, ask yourself or ask the universe to tell you why what does he hold for you that you need to learn, and answer that first before you go forward. Okay.
And again, I lied. It's been a long day. There's 2 more questions. Then we're closing it off. We're calling it a night. If we don't get to your question, join us next week.
And it'll be Tuesday again.
For
For all of
this month,
July, it will be Tuesday. Then we'll move to Wednesday.
Maybe
we might skip Wednesday because Wednesday we have the meditation.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yasmin Fox asks,
Hi, Yasmin.
What are the messages from my angels?
Well, they're really excited and happy. I think the energy is such that it's kind of equinoxy. Not equinoxy. It's between the eclipses. Plus, there's a whole bunch of retrogrades going on, and your guides are just sort of excited and happy for you. They think you're doing an extremely good job, and there's one little blimp coming up, and it's just a blimp, unless you make it into something big. So when something happens that really gets you going, what? Or however you say what, step back, breathe through it, and it will be nothing. It can be, on the converse, it can be something that is, it can be made into something big, but at this point, don't. And there, as I said, your guides are delighted with you. They're really happy. Your ancestors are saying they're really delighted that you are that they that you were in their line of their lineage. Everybody on the other side is big grin when they talk about you. So I think you're doing pretty good right now. And I know that you may going, no, I'm not, but it's what you're learning that you don't realize you're learning that makes a huge difference. And I think what you're learning in the energies is really powerful. Did you say there was one more?
Yeah, one more. She will be our last. Nancy Jones asks, will I get approved in mid-September for a program I applied for?
Nancy Jones. You are on tenterhooks, aren't you? So the people who are making the decision are looking you over. You're on paper. They're considering you quite seriously. And mostly I see just nods of, yeah, okay, I think it's going to work. This one will work. At this point, I have not seen any of the people who make the decision going, no, no, no. I only see yes, yes, yes. And then the song, and I'm not allowed to sing it because of copyright, but Take a Chance on Me comes up. So I think that's a yes. I think you're going to get there, Nancy. It's a very serious program from the sounds of it. The people who are in control think a lot of themselves. And maybe, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't. It's a very serious program. All right. Is that it?
That's all. At least that's all we're reading tonight. Nancy Jones says, thank you. Much love to you guys. See you guys next week. Yasmin Fox says, exactly. Thank you, goddess. I don't know if she's calling you goddess or just
saying
general.
Thank you. They're just saying thank you to the goddess instead of thank you, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy Jones adds, we really appreciate your work.
I really appreciate people who come along and like my work, actually.
And we like your channel.
Oh, thank you.
So
we also have a Facebook page called Wisdom Seekers, and it has
links are in the description down below.
It has the Phoenix at top. We have some super interesting people. Like last week on Saturday, I had a medium talked, and she gave a bit of channel, did a little bit of reading. Today we had a lady talk on health and spirituality and a spring cleanse. She's really knowledgeable. It's worth going to look at.
Tomorrow we have a meditation.
Tomorrow we have a meditation with Nikki at 8 Eastern Time. We have had a lady from New Zealand, Bronwyn, who did numbers, which is super interesting. And then we have our own Elizabeth, who talks just about anything you want to talk about and will answer questions. What else? We have a animal communicator. She did a live program too. She's really, really good, and she's very funny. So if you have animals that you want to find out what they're thinking, and some people say, I keep thinking I want to find out, but I don't want to know because you know what cats are like. And she reads for she's hilarious. We have dogs, and one of our dogs is a glutton. Well, this dog glutton goes together. But I was sitting where I am right now. My daughter was sitting over there having a supper, and our dog was sitting there looking at her, and our animal communicator says, your little girl, she's a little girl, is very happy, And right now she's looking at you wanting whatever you're eating. And I'm sitting there watching that exact scenario. And my animal communicator obviously was not here. She's really good. Uh, we have amazing readers, honestly. We have Erin. She's a Lilydale trained medium, plus a decent a really good psychic. We have Elizabeth, who's just amazing psychic. But she's on she gets the same answers I do, but she comes from that end of the spectrum, and I come from this end of the spectrum. She does compatibility reports. She does spirit animals, and we have cards that come out every day. One is about the color of the week, which is brand new. The spirit animal of the week this week is a mouse. We have a lot of things on that are free and really interesting. We did an interview with a lady who does paintings and writes books, and she had a vision of aliens, and she's going to paint the aliens and come back and talk about them. We have a guy coming on just to talk and explain, who does spirit drawings. Then sometime in maybe this month or August, I'm not sure when. We haven't connected well enough yet to find that out. We have so much going on. It's just worth going and checking us out, and it's free,
And those who don't have Facebook,
we will put them on here. Yeah,
it is slow, but bear with us.
Yeah, well, Elizabeth is up on already, and my God, she's so funny.
Yeah. Except for one video, which I'm still trying to figure out how to make it all work without making a playlist of its own. But that should go up.
That's because our Be Live broke into pieces on us that one day.
Yeah.
It was technical difficulties.
But yes, if there is a certain video that we've talked about in this live stream at this ending, feel free to let us know, and those will be the first ones to go up in the coming days.
And so last month we did for the people who are starting their own business. We did a with Kristen Louise. We did and she does spirituality and health. She's starting her own business in June. There's a lot. There's just so many things that you can find out. Anyhow, everything's calm, quiet. So I'm suspecting people have left. So
no, there's still 7 people watching.
Wow. Okay. Cool. But I have to go anyhow.
Yes.
Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining. Lip